We always spend a lot of time working on boneless innovation. I think a great example is the one that we just launched this year. It was one of the most successful new products we've ever done. It was the Wicked Chicken. And so, without revealing too much, we kind of feel like we hit onto a certain sweet spot with that. It was fun to eat, very portable, very price relevant. $3.99 retail offer for a full meal for lunch. Add a drink for for an extra $1, you've got a complete meal for $5 at lunch, which is just from what we've seen and from all the data that's out there and talking to people like Crest and Technomic. That's kind of the break point right there, especially for people who are eating out every day during the week. But there was something about it, it's very bold. For us, we're known as a spicy food brand, but I think there's a certain misconception that spicy just means hot. Spicy can mean, big, bold flavor, and that's what we stand for. We don't want to just, serve extremely hot food for heat's sake, is the challenge of, this is going to burn. It's more of, we want you to go, wow, there's a lot of flavor to this. There's a lot of other things going on. And then also the thing about boneless is, it's not just nuggets and strips anymore. I think there are a lot of whole new avenues of what you can do with chicken to make it much more fun and interactive for the guest. The thing about Wicked was that it was a unique way of getting, working with our poultry processors and our partners to come up with new cuts and new ways to do. And we like to deal with breast meat, all white meat, whole muscle. We're not in the pieces parts game. I just think that that's much more of an innovation challenge in this day and age, to work with these guys to find something that's a little bit unique. You said strips and nuggets have been mined to death. It's on every menu from QSR, up through casual dining. Everyone's got a chicken tender. So we're always looking at, what's new, what's different, what's going to pique someone's interest. Trends moving forward, I think, are still geared towards, I kind of put it into two basic buckets of innovation. There's, for this brand, you're trying to deal with the single user, as I call it, that person who's looking for something that's flavorful, portable, friendly price point. And then I also look at it from, I guess, the HMR perspective. So I have two basic development buckets that I like to play in: single user, multi-user. Person who's out trying to feed themselves, and the person who's trying to feed a larger group of people. But the flavors are still pretty relevant. People just want bigger, bolder flavor, and with us, we have a story to tell with our Louisiana heritage. So anything that I do, I want to be able to build the bridge back and explain why it's relevant from a certain place and time and culture. You have to break it apart by day part, but a typical single user, more lunch oriented, is going to be $3 to $5. That's pretty much what they have in their pocket, and that's what they're willing to spend. Because especially in QSR, you've got people who are out every day. They know where the deals are. They kind of have that, Popeyes has 99-cent Tuesday, so I'm going to go there every Tuesday because I want that deal. And so they shop. They're very educated. We flirted with it. We have breakfast right now in maybe 60 restaurants, but I think it'll be a while before you see us go down that path. Said it's out there in certain locations where, for whatever reason, you need to have it. We have a lot of airport locations, and we serve breakfast in those restaurants. And we have a great product that bridges over. Biscuits are legendary, and for the breakfast markets, we produce them in a larger size, and it's just the perfect carrier for a breakfast product. But some of it is, it's not an easy game to get into. You got to be very thoughtful about breakfast. People are very habitual. What side of the road is your restaurant on? Are we on the going to work side, or are we on the going home side? Mm-hmm. So, we have to go back and do all that kind of analysis before we just go, yay, we're doing breakfast.